All right, today I want to show you how to optimize all your content for ChatGPT, social media, and all other LLMs. If you're interested in that and you want to know how to get all of your content ranking in Google, social media, and LLMs, stick around. What we're going to be doing is combining ChatGPT and SpyFu. Don't worry, this is totally free, and you can use both of these tools together to do keyword research on keywords that are actually ranking in Google. The problem, most of the time when ChatGPT does research on what's ranking in Google, it's not pulling from live Google data, meaning the keywords you get and the information, it could be and more than likely is inaccurate. But with the integration of SpyFu, you're going to be able to create content for your videos, for ChatGPT, and for LLMs all across the board that is optimized with what is really already ranking. Here's the tools that you need: ChatGPT, SpyFu, I'm going to show you how to access both of them together, and a Google document to take notes and to take the prompt information and categorize and organize it so that you can have great content by the end of this. The first thing you want to do is go to chatgpt.com. If you don't have an account, create one. And then from there, on the very left-hand side, once you log in, go to the GPTs. Go to Explore. What this is going to do is it's going to bring up a list of custom built chat models. And what you want to do is look for SpyFu and look for the one that is the authentic SpyFu Keyword Research Assistant. So you will know it will say SpyFu Keyword Research GPT official, okay? So this is the official one. Again, make sure you get the official. Once you get in here, think of first what it is you want to create content for. Is it your website? So let's focus on the website right now, and then we can take and use that same content and diversify it for our other content mediums. So what I'm going to do is type the name of my website in here. And as soon as I do that, the next prompt, what I'm going to do is tell ChatGPT and SpyFu more so about what I want to do. I want to create content for my brand that helps me rank better for local SEO. And I'm going to put specifically starting with blogs and service pages on my website. So I've given it the context of where I'm putting it on the blogs and service pages of my website. And then also I'm specifically giving it what I'm focusing on. So local SEO, not just SEO in general. There's international SEO, there's product SEO, there's e-commerce. There's so many different types of SEO. The more specific I am, the better. So feeding it that information, we'll walk into the next prompt and it's going to ask me some more specific questions based on how you chose to guide it. Answer those questions specifically. One of the things we want to do here, if you're thinking of building content for your funnel, we're going to be building content for multiple different sources, but for the specific source that we're focusing on right now for the website, we want to focus in on what is the specific thing we want to talk about and who are we trying to reach in context of that. So if we think at the bottom of this funnel here, we're trying to get down to the action. So from an ADA perspective, mapping it out here, we have awareness, interest, decision, and then action. Okay, so mapping this out, we're at the top of the funnel, and really who are we trying to reach with this content? Who are we trying to make aware? So jumping back over, for us, that was a local SEO, right? Local SEO. So we're trying to reach those people who are looking for local SEO services, right? All right. And then in the end of it, what I would like is for somebody to book a meeting. The action in which I'm desiring to produce is that somebody who comes through this funnel, ultimately, that they will book a meeting. Somebody looking specifically for local SEO. So jumping back into the prompt, as we can see, I'm going to go through now and answer these questions and speed up this part a little bit. You focus on answering your questions in your specific SEO funnel, because that's what we're building here. All right, now at this point, what you should see is you should have begun to create a topical cluster. And if it hasn't got to that point to where it started to create a topical cluster on your website, please inform the ChatGPT and SpyFu, say, please create, based on the content that we've went over, a topical cluster that I can add to my website. Once you do that, what you'll see is you're gonna have some pages, some outlines for those pages, and some ideas for content that you can write to rank on your website. All right, jumping over into our Word document and or Google Docs, I suggest, because you can create tabs, I want you to take that initial outline of content and paste it into there and create a tab for it on the left side. If you need to use multiple sections on the page, you can. This is how I'm gonna go about and do it. And I'm gonna call this document content for social media, website, and more. So I've pasted our content here in our outline, okay? And then what I wanna do is go back and tell ChatGPT specifically, if I don't already have from SpyFu, pull from SpyFu's live data, the keywords that I could focus on to rank, okay? Once you get those keywords, take the keywords that you know are relevant and important to you, copy, paste those keywords, create a new tab or a new section on your page into a keyword section, okay? So then you'll have a specific section or tab on the page where your keywords are, okay? And so now we have our keywords and we have our content, okay? So our pages, you can tell it now, outline some pages for me, website pages, with the content that you've created. So you can go page by page, you can tell it to produce multiple pages at a time, or you can reiterate and feedback on the first page and refine it to how you want. The best practice is have a page created on your website and have a content flow. So an H1 and H2 paragraph that it can match and create that content for. Really simple strategy. So once you get that, take and copy over that content into your page. So I'm gonna name this content for pages. And again, you can use the same section or page that you want to. I like Google Docs because I'm using tabs, but going under here, I'm going to name this our main page and just go through and take that content per page. So I have this page right here and paste it in to your page plan. So I have content for pages. I've started with my main page. I'm gonna add another sub page, which this could be a service-based page for that page, so on and so forth. All right, that's the website side. Let's move into step 2, which is social media. Coming back to the same prompt, all you need to type is, please create some optimized social media content that is relevant to what we produced thus far. So now, once that prompt's done, create another tab or section and call that social media. And this is where we're gonna take and paste our content for social media. Now, if you don't like how it's producing that content, go in, optimize it for more clarity, tell it, hey, I want you to be a bit more specific about this and add, more information around the local area, whatever it may be that will help these social media prompts to be more like your brand and the communication style. You can do that, a bit of refinement. Because here's the thing with what we're doing. We're going to be creating a visible map for Google, LLMs, Perplexity, ChatGPT, across the board to see that you are represented across the board for this same type of content, that you are basically a topical authority. So when Google, ChatGPT, Perplexity, or any LLM now come across and see your website, social media, or videos, they're gonna see that you're talking about consistently the same things. And that's what we wanna do, is just simply communicate that you are an authority and you are talking about these things consistently across the platforms. This is the SEO age of optimize everything. We want you to be consistent in talking about the same message across all platforms. So now we have our social media. The next step is in creating content for videos, and or you can use this for any type of other content you may think of that you can create. Say, please format a video outline for 3 videos that relate to this content. All right, once you have those videos and they've been produced, go back over to your master content document and create a section and or a tab called videos, paste that in there, and you can go back and forth, refine these as you need to, use that same ChatGPT. I also suggest take your ChatGPT link and on your main content cluster in the very top of the page, put ChatGPT and link it to that so you can refer back to that chat that's already trained on the information that you want to rank for. All right, I just helped you across the board create optimized content for Google, ChatGPT, social media, and videos. All of these methods too are grabbing live data from Google, so what information you're talking about, keywords and specifics, is already ranking. This is going to help you to search engine optimize everything across the board so that you can rank better and more people will find you in the new age of SEO. I've put a link down below where you can find how I structured my documentation to keep all this in one place, and also a link for you to be able to find the ChatGPT and SpyFu integration. I highly suggest you use it and do not use ChatGPT only because it is very limited and not as accurate as using SpyFu with ChatGPT, which has access to the direct information. All right, thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope you liked the video. If you stayed around this long, you probably did. It's Caleb Nation from Nation Media Design, and I hope I made SEO a little bit easier for you today, and have a great day. See ya.